Once a year, the World Heritage Site of Georgetown transforms into a living, breathing celebration. It's once again the Penang Miaohui or Annual Temple Fest. This year's theme is the Journey of Decoding. Come with me and let's discover it together. Yesterday, the 21st of February, was the 2026 Penang Miaohui. This is the annual festivity happening within the World Heritage Site of Georgetown. It has been running from the time the city was inscribed as a UNESCO World Heritage Site, but over the years, it has taken on the name of Miaohui, which is Mandarin for Temple Fest. But why call it a temple fest? Because this is your once a year opportunity to visit some of the many clan association and district association temples within Georgetown. The city has the largest concentration of Chinese temples in one area in Malaysia, and on this annual occasion, the temples open their doors to the public. But it's not just about visiting the temples, it's also your opportunity to look at many of the traditional games and even modern games that are being played all over the streets in Georgetown. And on top of that, Penang is a world famous food destination, and so this is an opportunity to try out a lot of Penang's hawker food. However, getting to Miaohui can be quite a nightmare since the roads leading to the World Heritage Site is usually jam-packed for the occasion. Although the festivity runs from 4 p.m. to 11 p.m., it is always advisable to come early. And that's what we did. By 3 p.m. we have arrived in Georgetown, and even then it was already difficult to find parking spot, but eventually we got lucky, even though it entails walking for some distance. There isn't one single entrance to the Penang Miaohui. Usually, roads closed off for the festivity include parts of King Street, Penang Street, Church Street, China Street, Queen Street, Julia Street, Su Hong Lane, Pitt Street, Armenian Street, Pitt Lane, Cannon Street, and Archin Street. But you can expect the surrounding roads to be jammed as well, including Beach Street, Welkie, King Edward Place, and Light Street, to name some. It is not possible to see everything in its entirety because different things are happening in different areas all at the same time. Round one corner and you'll find a stage, another corner and you'll find a row of tables with children's game or traditional game, and then suddenly there will be rows of hawker stalls and tables, so you never need to worry about getting hungry or thirsty at Miaohui. Food and beverages are available all over the place, representing a cross-section of the street food that Penang is famous for. Happening just a few weeks after the Hindu festival of Thaipusam, the Miaohui provides Penang another opportunity to showcase its kaleidoscope of cultural colors. When I wandered the streets at Miaohui, I saw many foreigners, meaning they do take note of the dates when Miaohui is happening. And they should, for this is the once a year opportunity to see and experience things which you would not be able to the rest of the year. This is the year of the horse, and the theme this year is the Journey of Decoding. But what does this year's theme mean? Well, it's about exploring the clan temples and seeing them not only as buildings, but as a code left behind by our ancestors. As we discover, we are embarking on a journey of decoding. Separate from this video, which is only to show you the atmosphere at Miaohui, I will create a separate series of videos decoding each temple, explaining to you their history, so watch out for that. Or better still, be sure to subscribe to my Discover with Timothy channel so that you won't miss a single video as I take you along on a journey of decoding. There is so much information, if I put it all in this video, you will get overwhelmed. But if we cover each temple separately, you will gain a much better appreciation of each of them. The Penang Miaohui is not complete without food, and there's plenty of it. So you will never go hungry at Miaohui. Now let's go around and see some of the food stalls. This one sells pork leg rice. This one sells crispy roasted pork belly. Wow, here's the crispy roasted pork belly up close. This stall sells teochew mee, which is one of the less common hawker food. So it's not just the popular Penang hawker food you'll find here, it's your chance to discover the more obscure ones too. And it's not just the food, there are many drink stalls too, which is very welcoming as the Penang Miaohui usually takes place at the hottest time of the day. And as for toilet breaks, there are many makeshift toilets, but I'm not showing them in my video. Oh, churro. Loba. Buka.
生菜豆小饼，
小饼，菜頭嘅嗬，and then 豆乾嗬，
菜頭粿
dumpling，
这个
durian 啊，
薄餅，
薄餅
蚵粿，
and 蚵粿，I see burger， fish burger, chicken thigh 加 pork burger。Hotdog, nutmeg juice, umbrella juice. Kubak, kebab. Wah, le satay 冇成款嘅嗬。即係係咩 satay 啊？即係嘅白 satay。即係杜拜 satay 啦。啊，這個咧？
這個就係嘅白麻辣。
嘅白麻辣嘅 satay 啊！哇。幾味呢？百位。
menu係
使攞時味得嚟80蚊啦。
按照冇嗌便靚咯。
哦，即是嘅啦。冇成位啦。啊，OK 嚇。Hello, hi 啊，超，OK 哈，好食啊 ，OK。As mentioned, most of the clan temples open their doors to the public. I know after visiting half a dozen of them, they will start to look all the same. So I will explain each of those temples in separate videos. But what don't require explaining is the beauty of those temples and the intricacies of their carvings. This you can appreciate without any explanation. There are numerous kiosks set up all over the area showcasing different art forms. Here we see wood carving of Chinese surnames. The carvings are of course available for purchase. What's wonderful about the Penang Miaohui is that other communities also came out to showcase their art, and at this booth we get to try the musical instruments of the gamelan. And of course I did not pass off the chance to try it out myself, and it was a lot of fun. But it can get rather complicated when I try to hit this one and then that one and another one in rapid succession. But of course it's so much fun. Also on showcase at the Penang Miaohui was Jingge, which is believed to have started in Penang but is now also introduced to other places including Singapore. There were two massive Jingge flags in the demo and members of the public were given a chance to carry them, so of course I tried it out myself. Aminain Park in the Heritage Enclave became like the epicenter of Miaohui, and it was so crowded with people. And not too far away at Chia Kong Si, a cultural dance was going on. As I said, it's impossible to see everything at Miaohui as everything was happening everywhere and all at the same time. You turn the corner and at Ko Kong Si, you stumble onto a group of children doing a dragon dance. Everywhere I go, I can feel the energy, the exuberance of Georgetown putting a big show of itself. I am glad to be part of the audience than to be a participant, because if you are a participant, you will only get to see a very small part of the festivity when there is so much to see and to experience all over the city all at the same time. And I think that's part of the success strategy of Miaohui, to purposely make it impossible for anybody to see everything, so that you will always want to come back to look forward to something else next year. And there's even a music concert right from the balcony.